2 weeks ago, students could be seen filing into Lafayette's library for our annual Freedom to Read Week. Students were treated to hot drinks and a place to read for the tradition. Here's more about Freedom to Read Week from Nicole Ballard-Long, one of our librarians here at Lafayette.
Well, let's see. I've been the librarian since a really long time ago, 2005, 2006, and we've been celebrating the Freedom to Read Week ever since I became librarian. But this little event where we offer warm drinks, we've probably been doing this about maybe 4 years. In the past, Freedom to Read Week was more informational, like we'd have the statistics out, information about the books, or maybe even book displays, or we would display the various books that have been challenged in various places. So this was just an opportunity to get people to read for pleasure, whatever book it is that they decide to read.
So I understand that things can get pretty political, especially around the issue of book bannings in schools. I'm just wondering if there are any vocal critics of the Freedom to Read Week, here at Lafayette in particular.
To my knowledge, there's no one who is critical of promoting the ability to read freely and to read by choice in this building. There may be people who are critical of it in other spaces, but we are very supported in our promotion of this event here at Lafayette. We have lots of books in our library for lots of different people about a myriad of topics by a myriad of authors, because we believe that the book can be a right book for someone at the right time, but at the same time, not all books are for everyone. So there are many parents who would prefer their students or their kids only read certain kinds of novels, and that is absolutely their choice to do so. But we do have all of the books for all of the people, because we have lots of different kinds of people at Lafayette, if that kind of answers your question.
Though Freedom to Read Week champions a diverse array of literature and students' ability to read what they want to, certain restrictions still exist on what books Rockwood schools are allowed to show or give to students.
There is a policy that our district has if people are concerned about books that are on our shelves. It's an official reconsideration policy. We haven't really had to deal with that much. If a parent does not like a particular material, they can file a reconsideration complaint. There's an official process, a committee would be formed, a certain number of people would have to read the work, and then there would be a committee meeting to deem whether or not the piece has literary merit and belongs either in the classroom or on the shelves.
Have those been a hassle in the past to deal with?
I will say that in all of my time at Lafayette High School, no one has ever filled out the official reconsideration report for any of our materials. There have been some materials that were challenged at a district level, but those have not filtered to us. And then there are also some state laws that we have to comply with in terms of the materials that we have on the shelves in a school library.
Among those we talked to, Freedom to Read Week was generally well liked.
What are your thoughts on Freedom to Read Week as a Lafayette student?
I think it's amazing. I think it's really good that we're able to read the books that have been banned. I think it's just good for us. It is good for people to be able to read books that are banned, I guess, because we live in a free country. We should be able to read what we want.
So what are your thoughts on basically just book bannings in general?
I don't think a book should ever be banned. If you don't want to read it, don't read it. But don't tell me what I can or can't read or what my children can or can't read.
That was Crystal Rempe, one of the language arts teachers participating in the library's Freedom to Read Week.
Every day, the idea of being able to talk about having access to particular banned books and things like that, it's always a nice introduction to the kids for them to realize how lucky they are to be able to read what they want to read.
So overall, would you say the kids like to come out to the library during these times?
Over the years when they have hosted things like this, I've always brought my kids, and the majority of them enjoy being able to spend time in the space, to have the cocoa, the beverages and stuff, but just read in a different atmosphere than in the classroom.
Overall, it's safe to say that Freedom to Read Week is generally considered a success. Yay or nay?
Oh, always yay.
Double yay.
Double yay.
I think that any promotional event that gets kids into our doors and gets them reading is successful, especially when teachers really buy into it. And if they learn a little bit of something about books that have been censored in other places, I think that it's a win for the library and for the students.
Though Freedom to Read Week's library festivities only took place during Monday and Tuesday, teachers could be seen reading in the hall outside the library all week long.